Choosing a space heater seems simple until you're standing in the aisle, faced with a wall of boxes promising instant warmth. They all run on electricity and they all get hot, so what's the real difference? It often boils down to two dominant technologies: infrared and ceramic. Getting this choice right isn't just about comfort, it's about efficiency, safety, and matching the right tool to the right job. Let's break down exactly how they work and which one makes the most sense for you. Heating method. Here's what matters most. Infrared and ceramic heaters deliver warmth in two completely different ways. An infrared heater works through radiation. It emits infrared waves that travel through the air until they hit an object: you, your chair, the floor, your dog. Those objects absorb the energy and heat up directly. Think of it like standing in the sunlight on a cool day. You feel warm even if the air around you is chilly. The heater isn't trying to warm the air, it's warming you. Because this process doesn't rely on air currents, the heat feels direct and isn't easily lost to drafts. It's a highly targeted approach to heating. A ceramic heater, on the other hand, is all about convection. Inside, electricity passes through a self-regulating ceramic plate, heating it up. A fan then blows air across this hot element, pushing warmed air out into the room. This process works to increase the ambient temperature of the entire space. It's fundamentally a miniature furnace designed to heat the volume of air in the room, which then circulates to create a sense of overall warmth. The effectiveness of a ceramic heater is entirely dependent on its ability to heat the air and keep that heated air contained within the room. Speed and feel. The difference in how they heat creates a totally distinct feeling of warmth. An infrared heater provides an almost instantaneous sensation of heat. The moment you turn it on and step into its path, you feel warmer. The radiant energy travels at the speed of light, so there's virtually no waiting period. This makes it incredibly satisfying for spot heating. If you're cold at your desk, an infrared heater provides immediate relief right where you need it. The warmth feels focused and direct, like a cozy blanket of light. A ceramic heater takes a different approach. You won't feel that instant zap of warmth. Instead, it gets to work on raising the air temperature of the entire room. You'll feel a stream of hot air coming from the unit, but it will take some time for that to translate into a comfortable, uniform room temperature. The fan works to circulate this warmth, but the process is gradual. The feel is less about direct heat on your skin and more about the entire environment slowly becoming warmer and cozier. It's a less immediate but potentially more enveloping type of warmth once it gets going. Coverage and uniformity. This is where the intended use for each heater becomes really clear. An infrared heater is the master of zone heating. Its heat is directional, traveling in a straight line from the unit. This means it's fantastic for heating a specific area, like a reading nook, a workstation, or a spot on the sofa. However, its coverage is inherently uneven. If you're in the beam, you're warm. If you're out of it, or if something is blocking the path, you're not. It doesn't do much to heat the entire room uniformly. It creates pockets of warmth. Ceramic heaters are designed for the opposite purpose. Thanks to their fans, they are built to distribute heat throughout a small to medium-sized enclosed room. The fan pushes hot air out and helps it circulate, striving to create a consistent temperature from corner to corner. However, this isn't always perfect. Since hot air rises, you can sometimes get stratification, where the ceiling is warmer than the floor. But in a well-insulated room with the doors closed, a ceramic heater is far superior at achieving a uniform, whole room warmth than an infrared unit. Energy efficiency and running cost. Efficiency is a tricky word because it depends on your goal. In terms of pure energy conversion, both types are nearly 100% efficient. They turn almost all the electricity they draw into heat. The real question is how effectively that heat is used. Here, infrared heaters have a significant advantage for personal or zone heating. Since they heat objects directly, almost no energy is wasted trying to heat the entire volume of air in a room, especially a large or drafty one. You can feel warm using a lower wattage infrared heater than you would need from a ceramic heater to achieve the same feeling. This often translates to lower running costs if your goal is just to keep yourself warm. Ceramic heaters can be less efficient in practice because heating air is a tough job. Air loses heat easily through drafts, open doors, and poor insulation. The heater has to run continuously to maintain the room's temperature, and the fan itself consumes a small amount of extra electricity. That said, if your goal is to heat a small, well-sealed room, a ceramic heater with a good thermostat can operate quite efficiently, cycling on and off as needed to maintain a set temperature. The bottom line, for targeted warmth, infrared is more efficient. For heating a whole enclosed room, ceramic is the intended tool, but its efficiency depends heavily on the space. Use cases. Let's translate this into real-world scenarios. An infrared heater shines in places where heating the air is impractical or impossible. Think about a drafty garage, a workshop with a high ceiling, a patio, or even just sitting at your desk in a chilly office. In these situations, you don't need to heat the whole space, just yourself. Its ability to deliver instant, focused warmth makes it the perfect tool for these jobs. A ceramic heater is the better choice for small, defined living spaces where you want the overall air temperature to be comfortable. It's ideal for a bedroom, a home office, or a small living room. You turn it on, close the door, and let it work to bring the whole room up to a cozy temperature. It's a great supplemental heat source for rooms that your central heating doesn't quite reach, providing a general sense of warmth rather than a targeted beam. Air movement and air quality. This is a detail that many people overlook, but it can be a deciding factor. Infrared heaters are completely silent and still. They have no fans or moving parts. This means they don't circulate any air in the room. For people with allergies, asthma, or other respiratory issues, this is a huge benefit. There's no fan to kick up dust, pet dander, or other allergens that have settled on the floor. The air quality remains undisturbed. Ceramic heaters, by their very nature, rely on a fan. While the noise is often just a low hum, it's still present. More importantly, that fan is constantly moving air, which means it will inevitably stir up and circulate any dust or allergens in the room. While modern filters and designs can mitigate this, the fundamental mechanism involves air circulation. If you're sensitive to dust or prefer a completely silent environment, this is a significant point in favor of infrared. Safety and surface temperature. Safety is always a top priority with any heating device. Ceramic heaters generally have an edge here, especially for households with children or pets. Because they are designed to be portable and used in living spaces, they often come with robust safety features. Their plastic casings usually remain cool to the touch, and they almost universally include automatic shutoff switches that activate if the unit overheats or is accidentally tipped over. Infrared heaters, particularly those with quartz or carbon fiber elements, can get extremely hot on the surface. The emitter itself needs to glow to produce radiant heat, and touching it can cause an instant burn. While they are typically protected by a metal grill, caution is required. You have to be more mindful of placing them away from flammable materials and out of reach of curious hands or paws. While many also have tip-over and overheat protection, the high surface temperature of the heating element itself is a key safety distinction. The bottom line. So which one is right for you? It comes down to a simple question. Are you trying to heat a person or a room? If you want to feel warm immediately, right where you are, without waiting for the whole room to heat up, choose an infrared heater. It's perfect for targeted, personal warmth in drafty or large spaces, and it does so silently without stirring up dust. It's like having your own personal patch of sunshine on demand. If you want to raise the overall temperature of a small enclosed room to create a generally cozy environment, choose a ceramic heater. It's a portable, typically affordable, and effective solution for bedrooms and small offices, distributing heat to make the entire space more comfortable. Just be prepared for a bit of fan noise and a more gradual heating process.